There's my Zodiac Shaman. So we've got Time Bugs, pretty bad. Gigantisaur, Dwarven Armory, Sniper, Construction Plans, maybe. Adaptable Infusion. Permanent Rage 2. So I guess I can start going dwarves now with these construction plans. Yeah, I guess that's what I'll do. I'll go. Yeah, we'll just start going dwarves. No, maybe I'll just. Should I draft the Honeycap and just start going wild? Man, I do like going wild. You know what, I'm gonna try to go wild. Let's be a little bit different. I'm gonna go wild. I'm gonna go back to my roots. We'll go get a Honeycap right off the bat, and we're gonna go mono wild here. So another Honeycap, already a good start here. Dandelion Sprite's decent, but I think I'm just gonna draft a ton of Honeycap here. Boulder Brute's there as well. I think I'm just gonna go crazy, go nuts on wild. Let's see, that's 2 Honeycaps already. So ugly first pack. Yeah, it was pretty ugly. I mean, it was either the Honeycap or the dwarves, and I was like, I just haven't had good luck going dwarves, so yeah, it was pretty bad there. Thanks for joining me, by the way, No Rager. I do appreciate the no rage that you're not raging, I guess. Looks like Joshua even calmed down for us. I'm going to go ahead and close my laptop here so I don't have to have that up wasting electricity. Another Honeycap. So yeah, we got tons of Honeycaps coming. We need some ramp would be nice. I'm not sure why my cards aren't loading quite. The images aren't loading. I have repaired my client like twice now. There's another Honeycap. I'm going crazy on these Honeycaps. This is going to be silly. This is going to get kind of silly. Mono wild Honeycaps. It'd be nice to pick up a Chaos Key, but that's rare. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, it's a good anagram there. I think that's an anagram. Of course, I'll be pulling up my, my camera and my face. I'll pull that up after we're done with all this, because people like to see the cards. Apparently, they don't want to see my face when I'm looking at this. Mesmerize is really good removal. Feral Ogre would be pretty good. I am mono wild, so I'll probably go with the Feral Ogre. Vine Trap is not really the greatest. I think I'd rather have the Feral Ogre. Winds of Change, destroy all constants. It's more of a sideboard or reserves card, so I think the Feral Ogre is a much better body for us, so we'll just stick with him. We actually don't have to worry about fixing too much with this either. Yes, 3 Honeycaps right off the bat. First 3 packs. So I'm feeling somewhat good. I know that basically I'm going to have no removal in this deck. Okay, well I do have Survival of Fittest. I'll probably pick up for some removal. Briar Legion would be bad either. Ambershire Instigator is another one that's decent. I think I might take Survival of Fittest, though. I feel like I need some removal here, and that's like the best removal I'm going to get in Wild, so we'll just pick up Survival. Survival of Fittest is pretty good because it's quick action, so for removal, seems pretty good, especially with these giant Honeycap bodies to knock down those flyers. I'm probably also, if I see anything, the fly removal Turbulence, I'll probably pick that up right away, too. A Wild Aura would be really good to have in the deck. A Oracle Song, we don't really need that. Boulder Brute's pretty good, but the socket I have, the options I have, I guess I can make... No, I can't make... it's a minor socket, so it's only like it's a 5/5 body. I think I want this Wild Aura, because Wild Aura plus Honeycap seems pretty good. Pheromones could be pretty good as removal for me. Let's see, Darkspire Priestess. So I think I'm going with Pheromones for the removal. Stargazer, I'm really not into colors here, so I don't think that's really going to do it for me, because I'm not going to go into 2 colors just to activate its 2 abilities. So yeah, let's go with the Pheromones for the removal aspect. This is shaping up pretty well so far, I have to say. I mean, I think I can make it to round 2 at least. It's a single elimination draft, so getting to round 2 would be nice. Glimmerglen Witch isn't bad. Winds of Change, Destroy All. Yeah, there's another one of those. Nobody really wants those. But Destroy All Constants could be pretty good. Glimmerglen Witch, I don't have anything in my 3-point range yet, and it's a decent hanger-on. I do like Winds of Change. I'll probably see another Glimmerglen Witch, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up Winds of Change here, just because it's a good removal. I might even main deck it, because there are a decent amount of constants out there I could possibly have to target with it. Probably be more of a reserves card though, more of a sideboard reserves card. Make sure you guys are saying Happy Mother's Day to your mother. So I'm not seeing this construction plans didn't get picked up, which tells me there's like no dwarf players at the table, which is kind of crazy. This is the pack. This is the that I started out with. Gigantisaur is decent. Infusion device we really don't need, so it'll probably be the Gigantisaur. We may or may not play this Gigantisaur. I mean, it is a really big body. Another Boulder Brute, so yeah, there are no dwarf players at this table, so I probably could have gone dwarves, but not really too disappointed with my choice here. Of course, I could always switch streams, but... So Honeycap will probably either... I don't think I need to socket it for anti-removal. I'll probably socket it for +1/+1 and make it another 5, another big body. So I'm guessing... I'm not even sure what we've got at the table at this point. I mean, we've got all these construction plans just floating around. I'll probably just take the body here. Or the Shroom Shot, a counter pick, because I'm really not going to play... I guess the Vine Trap's okay, but... No, I didn't. I haven't drafted a single rare yet. My pick one was Honeycap. Winds of Change is another Destroy All Constants. Yeah, sure. We'll get 2 of these. That seems pretty good. So no one's really in Wild either. That's what that's telling me. So Wild is pretty well open. So I should get some nice Wild cards. So we're gonna pick up this Headless Executioner because he's the only thing that really matches up well against my body. So that's a counter pick. So we'll just go and bin that guy. We really don't need to see him. Secret Laboratory is really good for us, so we're going to pick that up. Yeah, I haven't had a lot of luck with Dwarves. I know that Dwarves is pretty much one of the premier decks in Draft, but I haven't had a lot of luck with them, so... Another Dredge, so we'll just go and bin that guy. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. So I get a Root Dancer, so that's obviously going to be my pick here. There's really nothing else in this pack for me. Yeah, I mean, Evolve isn't really that good, so yeah, that's pretty lucky to get that Root Dancer here. It's also going to be a pretty decently valuable card. I'm not sure what it's going for on the store right now, on the TCG Pro store, but it's probably maybe $2 or $3. It would have been more expensive, you know, back when Alpha first launched and everybody was playing it. Yeah, exactly, right? Wild pays off, so... There's a chance we could go into Diamond. No, there's probably no chance. There's really no chance, because I'm seeing the table aspects right now, and it's just not... Yeah. So the Howling Brave is probably our pick here. We need some ramp to get these huge wild things. Plus it buffs our Honeycaps, so yeah, we're going with this Howling Brave here. On the return, though, that pack's not really got a lot for us. So... Okay, so $4. So yeah, I mean it's a pretty decent rare pickup right there. I mean $4 could get me 2 packs of cards or 4 entry fees with all the packs that I've got. If I sold it to a player by myself or something. Yeah, if I get some removal, I could, but I think I want to just stay wild. That'll be my motto. Wild. It seems like Wild is starting maybe to get picked up now. Like somebody is going into Wild all of a sudden, maybe just to hose me. So I guess I'm counterpicking here, or I'm rare drafting. I guess the rare guy already got picked up. What don't I want to see? Man, most of these are pretty bad. I can give my guys Swift Strike. I mean, I guess that's decent. Yeah, Swift Strike with Crush seems pretty good. So I guess I could buff my guys maybe, but that's probably just going to be a Dredge for me. Alright, there's a Lord Alex. Kind of makes me want to go into Ruby a little bit more now. Lord Alex will give my stuff speed, of course. That could be a lot of damage, but think Tyrannosaurus Hex is probably going to be my pick here, just to keep forcing people out of wild. Phoenix Guard Aeronaut would be a pick here for a counter pick. Shroomtank's not too amazing. There's another Winds of Change, which tabled twice on the last one we saw. Shroomtank's not great, but it does give me blockers. If I'm going to counter pick something, it'll be this Aeronaut, because it's a flyer, but I don't have a lot of great answers for flyers right now. I don't have whatever the removal is for them. I don't think anyone's going to play it, though. So I'm going to pick up the Shroomtank, just keep forcing people out of wild. Briar Legion's a decent pickup here. So I think we'll just pick up the Briar Legion. Although we do get Repel, I don't know if I want to splash or Repel. I don't think it's worth it, really. Yeah, if I can pick up a couple more Briar Legions, they become a lot more powerful. So I'm gonna, pull the Briar Legion. We'll just keep playing the big bodies here. Because, the second one we play is pretty good. I mean, it's a 4/4, and the third one will be a 6/6. And, of course, all those things work really well with our combat trick. Determined Zombie. There's another construction plan, so nobody is going dwarves for sure here. So I'm going to pick the removal, being the inner conflict, to counterpick it here, because I don't have a good wild pick. I wonder if I have to just reinstall my whole client to fix these image problems, because I have like repaired. I mean, they show up fine when I'm playing on the board, but like for some reason in the deck editor they aren't showing up. Yeah, you probably do need like at least 3 of them, or the guy that throws them in the deck. Yeah, somebody is like sucking up all the wild cards now. Both Blood and Diamond seem pretty open as well. Imploodlums, destroy an artifact. Creeper is decent. I don't want to deal with that. Let's get that. The Priestess, we've seen one of those already, but I think the Creeper is probably the worst thing to have to deal with. So an Arena Brawler. Another the Secret Lab tabled. I think having 2 Secret Labs might be maybe too much, but it seems like the better thing here maybe, because it'll let me burn through all those extra resources like the typical wild player would do. Yeah, we'll pick up another Secret Lab here. Twisted Fate. This guy's really not gonna, like, just 4 damage. He could kill something, I guess. Ruby Aura seems better here, though, as a combat trick. I'm really not getting a lot of good picks, although I do have almost a full wild deck built already anyways, though. I mean, I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I really... Shield Trainer. I really like the Shield Trainer. But if anything, I'll take this Insight Fury. We'll kind of like splash in Ruby just in case we need it. Ruby seems like a better shard to go into. It seems like it's a little bit more open. Although Diamond seems to be wide open. We're seeing a lot of Diamond stuff coming around. Effigy is always good. We'll take the Effigy and we can socket it with something. Terrible Transfers removals. We'll take that. Wait a minute, look at this guy. Exhaust target troop. Yeah, we'll take this guy. He's pretty annoying to deal with. Terrible Transfer, but no one seems to be in Blood. Blood Cauldron Ritualist of a Bolt Paw Wizard. Bolt Paw Wizard has a little bit more utility, so we'll counterpick him. Yeah, it'd be nice to see Chlorophylla or Howling Brave here. That's what we really want to see. With the 3 Honeycaps right off the front, from the beginning there. So we know the Wild Aura and another Root Dancer. So obviously our choice here is Root Dancer because it's just so OP. So yeah, we're pulling this Root Dancer. So we have 2 Root Dancers in this draft. That's pretty ridiculous. pretty ridiculous. We're probably going to end up running like the top end of 18 shards. We're going to have a lot of shards in the deck, which is fine because we've got 1 or 2 secret labs. So if we draw those, then we'll be able to discard shards and throw them away and get some more gas, some more troops in our hand. Filter our deck a little bit. Instigator's decent. Vine Trap probably not so much, so we could probably take Instigator here as a decent body. Gets out of hand pretty well. It's a card that never gets played in regular what do you call it, constructed play, because at 5 there are better things, even at 4 there are better things. Feral Ogre's decent. Ronin is here. There's a decent 1-drop. We don't have a lot of 1-drops, so we might go with Ronin here. Feral Ogre is probably better for us overall. I think we'll go with Feral Ogre. I mean, I like the Ronin, but I mean, with like Ruby Aura, but we're going to try not to play Ruby. So I think we'll stick with a Feral Ogre. Feral Ogre seems pretty solid. It's already got Crush. We can buff him with Rude Dancer. Oakhenge is going to be somewhat pretty good for us. Going to help us filter our deck. Oh, there's another Survival of the Fittest. Yeah, this is the only removal we've got, so we have to go with Survival of the Fittest here. So we've got 2 Survival of the Fittest. That's pretty good for removal. We do need to have some sort of something. Yeah, I mean, yeah, with 2 Root Dancers, depending on the board state, will depend on when we discard cards. So we'll probably only play one of these secret labs, but I just have 2 in case I didn't get enough wild to play them, you know, stuff. How does one get a key? Right now, apparently some of the streamers have gotten keys. I haven't gotten any keys yet. I have contacted Cryptozoic to get keys, so I'm sorry I don't have any keys to give out, but it would be simply like if I had seen you before and you tell me that you don't have access, I'd probably just give out keys, or I would do a giveaway of some sort. I do also do a show on Fridays, so you can tune into that. That's Deck Building with the Squire, where I build decks for players that send them in to me. And so make sure to check that out if you've got a spare moment, or if you don't have a spare moment on Fridays, it's always been it's syndicated on my YouTube channel, so you can always check it out there at youtube.com/AaronSquire. So those are episodes that we're doing. Someone should have a good, but people kept passing all the dwarf stuff. I mean, I could have counterpicked that Volcanon, but I kind of wanted to at least try to have enough, what are they called, Briar Legions to play them. Militia's pretty bad. Gigantify is pretty silly. We'll probably take the Gigantify here. Yeah, we're going to take this Gigantify. I hardly ever get to play with something. That's a rare. So I've actually picked up 3 rares in this draft now. I've picked up 2 Wild Root Dancers and a Gigantify, which is not too shabby. Gigantify is probably like more like a 50-cent card in Magic terms because of its constructed playability is not really there. There's another Gigantify. Yeah, I might as well pick it up, I guess. Might as well. That's kind of silly. Especially with Crush, because like I can Gigantify a what are they called? Picked him up. A ogre, Feral Ogre, and all of a sudden I've got a huge, massive. I mean, it's removal too, you know. So as long as they're blocking. So I'm gonna kind of probably try to undercut the dwarf player a little bit here and take the welding bot, maybe. Yeah, I'll probably try to undercut the dwarf player by taking that welding bot. Yeah, 50 cent. Yeah, Gigantify is probably like 50 cents, so. Oh, good. Conky Bunny's not good enough for me to even pick. I'd rather counterpick here. So, probably this flyer is actually the scariest thing for me here. Everything else is fine. You can have guys back. They're not going to be bigger than my guys. The early Baby Yeti, eventually I'll be able to block. So, it's funny. That's what my counterpick is there. It's pretty funny. Definitely throw that in my bin. I don't need to see that guy. Eulogist, Shane Gladiator. Another Insight Fury is not the greatest. Axebot. When I draw a card, bury the top card. Yeah, probably just, yeah, we'll just counterpick this bot to kind of shove that dwarf player. Bravery is removal. We also have Wrathseeker. I think I can deal with Wrathseeker with most of my stuff. Insight Fury. I'll take Bravery because it's removal. Guard Dog. Another Bravery. Atrophy probably doesn't really do very much for him against me, so we'll take the Bravery again. Just kind of counterpicking here. We'll take the Terrabot to counterpick, although there's probably no dwarf players at this point. I don't expect to see a dwarf player, really. Or if I do, it'll be very surprising. So I'm not even sure which champion I'm going to go with. Probably Monika'Shin, because that'll give me more dudes to buff with my root dancers and such. So we can actually turn off all of our filters here. And I can go ahead and turn my face back on so you guys can see what I look like. There you go. You guys are like, my eyes! Shut it off, Errant! Alright, so definitely want that wild aura. We want the 2 root dancers, of course. The 3 Honeycaps are going to be crazy for us. Howling Brave, we probably didn't even really need too much more than like 2 of these. We'll run... We don't need that Gigantisaur, just, yeah, 1 Gigantify, the Pheromones. I'm not sure if I'm going to run these Briar Legions or not right now. Feral Ogre's decent. Of course, we need the Survival of Fittest as removal. Instigator's not bad because it can get out of hand. Let's see, we are at 15 cards. Winds of Change we're going to hold on to on our reserves in case we run into a lot of constants we need to deal with. We actually didn't get the card to deal with artifacts, unfortunately. Not sure how I'm going to, if I can gem this guy in any particular great way, because it's a minor, so I get +1/+1 power, or... Yeah, it's really not that great, so we'll probably not do that. But we will take this guy, and we will gem him to Empowerment, so when he comes into play, a target creature gets plus power and toughness equal to his power and toughness. So I can give something +4/+4 on the or well, I guess that's oh, never mind. I guess I can give it spell shield, or I can give it +1/+1. Never mind. So yeah, +1/+1 is fine. Yeah, 3/3 for 3 isn't terrible, but it's pretty vanilla for my deck. I could probably do better. So Gigantisaur is not horrible, I guess. Tyrannosaurus Hex is not bad. Just basically it's going to be like a lot of play really big creatures and then hope my opponent can't deal with them. Shroomtank's going to give me blockers, of course. And so I kind of want to play these Briar Legions. Let's see what our curve looks like. So we've got 2 1-drops. 3, 4, 5, 5. I don't want this Effigy. I'd rather actually take these Briar Legions over Effigy. Or maybe a Seeker Lab. Let's see. This deck is like built itself. No wild growths. Yeah, I know. I didn't see any wild growths either. So someone else has the wild growths. So 3-point range. That gives me 3-point cards I can cast. Aura, Shield. So I kind of need to visually see this, so I'm just going to write this down in front of me. It's a lot easier for me to do it this way. I guess there's a way to make the cards stack, but I still haven't figured out. Yeah, they still don't really stack. I like to see them in stacks so I can kind of see the curve visually, but yeah, so it's better for me to just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on my paper, and then just total them up. So we've got 2 1-drops. Our 2-drops, we've got 2, 3, 4, 5 2-drops. 3-drops, we've got 2, 3, 4 3-drops. 4-drops, we've got just the 1. We've got 4, 5 4-drops. Our 3-drop range is could be buffed a little bit. 5 drops, we've got just 1. We've got 1, 2, 3 5 drops. Our curve is looking really good right now. And just the 1 6 drop and 3 7 drops. So we might take a 7 drop. So either Gigantisaur or Gigantify, probably probably that. That's probably what we're going to take there. We could run Effigy for curve reasons, but I don't think it's good enough. I think that our curve should be fine for... We're running 18 resources, which is high, because we've got a lot of expensive stuff on the top end. So we have to run 18 resources. Could also go up to 41 cards as well with this deck. We should get a decent amount of activations off of Monika'Shin, which will give us something to buff if we have like a Gigantify in hand or something like that, or a Wild Aura, or if we put our Root Dancers into play. So I think we should do okay here. So see how much time everyone else is taking. So we built our deck in about 5 minutes. There's got to be another wild player. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. Someone was sucking up those wild cards. Like for like the first 3 or 4, when I saw like 3 Honeycaps in a row and nobody was taking them, I mean, that tells me that no one was wild. And then all of a sudden I saw no wild cards. Like especially pack 2 for wild was like a wasteland. So I probably could have gone dwarves here. I don't know. I think I have the habit of committing, like on my first pack, when you really don't need to commit until maybe the 3rd or 4th pack, or pick, I mean, in your first pack. So that is kind of bad on me, and I should probably learn to maybe do better and read some signals a little bit better to be able to choose if I want to change direction or not. But I mean, 3 Honeycaps right away kind of solidly put me into wild. Mono wild or mono wild with a splash of something else, and I feel like I have the removal that wild a lot of times is lacking to be pretty good here. So this should be a pretty good deck. Flyers are going to be a big problem for me. Anything that bounces and tempos me a lot is going to be a big problem.